Hi everyone, how was my last tutorial about the German adverbs of time? Do comment in the comment section. In this tutorial, I am continuing this grammar of adverbs and I am going to show you the German adverbs of frequency. Now you may wonder what are adverbs of frequency? These adverbs, when they come in the sentences and questions, will help to explain how frequently someone does some action or activity. But before studying this tutorial, please do especially check out my tutorial 7 part 3, tutorial 14 all parts, and tutorial 10 parts 3 and 4 on the negation of verbs and nouns in the German language. Also, do check out my tutorial 15 on the German calendar, which mentions the days of the week and some related grammar. So, moving on. Adverbs of frequency are called Häufigkeitsadverbien in German. Das Adverb is one adverb. Die Adverbien is the plural form, adverbs. The new word that you have come across in this tutorial is die Häufigkeit. So this is a noun, and note that most nouns ending with keit will have the article d, showing that they are feminine nouns. So you can note that nouns ending with keit will have d as the article. Die Häufigkeit is frequency. And combining these two nouns with an s gives this compound noun. Now, adverbs of frequency describe how often or how long something happens. How often is wie oft? How long is wie lange? There are two types of adverbs of frequency. So there will be definite adverbs of frequency and indefinite adverbs of frequency. For the time being, you don't need to be worried about the indefinite adverbs of frequency. I will cover these in the next week. In this tutorial, we are just going to look at the definite adverbs of frequency, which in German we call bestimmte Häufigkeitsadverbien. Now, don't be worried about these terms here because you need to actually just know what the adverbs of frequency are and why they are termed definite adverbs of frequency. That is because they are called definite because they show us a specific time frame. What I mean by that, you're going to look in the next part that is just coming. And also the definite adverbs of frequency have two categories that I'm going to cover in this tutorial. the weekly adverbs of frequency, and the daily adverbs of frequency. So let's have a look. The definite weekly adverbs of frequency in German is bestimmte, wöchentliche Häufigkeitsadverbien. Okay, so this is a long word, Häufigkeitsadverbien, and now it is combined with two other words. But don't be worried, you are just going to have to know and remember what these weekly adverbs of frequency are. For that, you need to recall or remember that in my tutorial 15, where I mentioned the days of the week, I mentioned that a preposition is used before the days of the week. So am Montag on Monday, am Dienstag on Tuesday, etc. Now, if you're telling someone that you do some activity in a specific time frame, you will change the day of the week to an adverb. And how we do that is that we will make the first letter of the word small and add an S at the end of the word. So the noun changes to an adverb like this. Montag becomes Montags. Dienstag becomes Dienstags. Mittwoch, Mittwochs. Donnerstag becomes Donnerstags. Freitag becomes Freitags. Samstag becomes Samstags. And Sonntag becomes Sonntags. Note that before these adverbs, we will now not use the preposition am. Montags already means on Mondays. Dienstags already means on Tuesdays, etc. Wöchentlich is weekly. So these are your weekly adverbs of frequency. So moving on, let's have a look at how these weekly adverbs of frequency are positioned in the German sentences and questions. Stellung is the positioning. And let's now have a look at how these weekly adverbs of frequency are positioned in the German sentences and questions. Please do note that the positioning of the adverbs of frequency is just like the positioning of the adverbs of time in the German sentences and questions, which you have covered with me in the previous tutorial. So the first way to position is after the main conjugated verb in a German sentence. Example without negation. Beispiel ohne Negation. Er treibt montags Sport. He does sport on Mondays. And treiben is the verb that is used here. Treiben means to do and is used with the noun Sport to mean to do sport. And this is a regular verb. Example with negation. Er treibt montags keinen Sport. He does not do any sport on Mondays. The negation word used is kein here. Firstly, because we use this word generally before the German nouns. Then it is put in the form with en ending because Sport is a masculine noun. It is der Sport. And also the verb treiben is not only a regular verb but also the verb that uses the German accusative case. Have a look at my tutorials 7, 10 and 14 to be able to better understand. Second possible positioning of the weakly adverbs of frequency are by putting them at the beginning of the sentence. Example without negation, Beispiel ohne Negation. Samstags joggen Sie. Note that joggen has been taken from the English language in the sense that the pronunciation of the German alphabet J is still J and joggen is to jog. They jog on Saturdays. Beispiel mit Negation. Samstags joggen sie nicht. They do not jog on Saturdays. Then the last possible positioning of these weakly adverbs of frequency are after the personal pronoun in a German question. Again, an example without negation. Gehst du wöchentlich einkaufen? Do you go shopping on a weekly basis or do you do weekly shopping? Beispiel mit Negation. Example with negation. Gehst du nicht wöchentlich einkaufen? Do you not do shopping on a weekly basis? This is how the weakly adverbs of frequency are positioned in the German sentences and questions, or even the word weekly, which is wöchentlich. Now do stay updated for part 2 of this tutorial, in which I will show you the daily adverbs of frequency and how they are positioned in the German sentences and questions. Thank you.